Hey there, this is a video about using sketch-driven patterns in an assembly. So for this example, I have a tank shell and I have this little instrument nozzle. And if I go into my master part where I define these, it's all defined from this one sketch. So tank shell, look at this from front, I have this nozzle defined, and then there's going to be some other nozzles, one at 50 degrees, one at 140, and so on, but they're not spaced equally. They're kind of random where they end up. And so we want to drive the pattern in our assembly from this master part. We want it to push forward. So one way we can do that, or probably the only way, is we go into this tank model and we add a sketch pattern in here, a feature-based sketch pattern. So the sketch pattern can't exist in the master part because you can't select that pattern in the assembly when you go to pattern that nozzle. So what we do is we edit the derived part, we go in here and we grab a work point that we made on the first point in that sketch, and we grab the sketch itself. So now we have this in here, and this is the work point we're going to use to pattern that nozzle. So then I grab sketch pattern. I'm going to say the feature is this work point, and its base point is that point on the sketch, and we're going to use this face to govern the orientation of the nozzles. So it doesn't really change the orientation of the work points, so you can't tell, but it will work. It'll come through when we go to pattern those nozzles. So hit OK on that, and so now I have a sketch-driven pattern. And I go into here, and typically you're in the assembly model mode, and when you try and grab a feature pattern, there's nothing to grab here, like there's nothing under here. So you have to go to the modeling tab in order to grab the sketch driven pattern. So if I grab that and then I say my component is this nozzle, you'll see that it's placed that nozzle wherever there was a work point in that sketch, or wherever there is a point in that sketch. And also the nozzles are, orientated correctly. So that's really slick. So if we go back into our master part and dive into this sketch, orientate this the right way, and then I just put another line in here. I'm going to say the end point is another point that we're going to use in this pattern, and just constrain that like that. So now we should get one more instance in that assembly by just adding one point to this pattern. So if I go to here and I look at this from front view and I select update, we get one more instance. So pretty powerful, pretty slick. Let me know how you guys use this feature. There's probably other ways that I haven't even thought of that would be handy as well. So thanks for watching.